Hello.
1 and 3, we're ready to go.
I just got invited to a cocktail party.
What?
But whoa.
What?
Oh, so
It's Tuesday, just in case you're listening
Tuesday.
and you're joining us Tuesday. Really we don't even record on a Tuesday. It just means that we are talking about our life.
It's called Cat Nat Chat. And guys, you can also go watch anything that you're listening anything you're listening to on YouTube. We have it all video. And I mean, it's edited, so it's entertaining. I like
Where's the cocktail party and why can't you tell me what it was?
So no, it's that, we have a bunch of kids and we have a lot going on in our life.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the moms are really good at being involved in the school and organizing things for everybody. And I had this one, I've been out of school. Is this my 4th year at the school or my 3rd?
The one that we're both at?
Mm-hmm. How many years have we been there?
3, 4, 5, 6. This is 4th year.
4th year. Okay.
Holy, that's so long.
I know, 4 years. That's crazy. Cause I'll never,
I feel like you just got there.
I know. And I remember sitting around the pool and making that decision that day during COVID, whatever. And I kept saying to myself, next year I'll get involved. Next year I'll meet the parents. Next year I'll do it. And like in my mind,
I don't even see those. I think I've been taken off the list.
Oh, this is an email that just came in. And I'm like, I only have about less than a year left. Like, do I just say like, fuck it? Like, but now this is like a formal invitation to something. And it's like,
do you feel the need you have to go?
I don't know. I mean, I may not even be around. I might not even be available, but I'm just like, imagine I just freaking show my face for the first time in 4 years.
My favorite thing about you right now is that you're giving it the good old college try across the board, which is like not, shit.
Yeah,
not like you.
I studied for tests, guys. It's my first time studying with my daughter for tests. We got the results. And I like to think of it as my project because I've never studied for anything before. And I knew all the material. The two of us sat there. We were on a high. Like we know everything about World War I and civics and literally there wasn't anything we didn't know. Okay? So when we get our mark and we do not get a good mark.
She didn't write the test, by the way. This is her daughter who wrote the test for her.
Yeah. Because I was like, it was my first time studying with her because, we want to try and do well.
Yeah.
I got her marks back and I'm sorry. I'm like, I need to see the test. She's like, why? I've already gone over it all. Like whatever. I'm like, yeah, but I need to see where I went wrong. I'm like, I need to see where we went wrong.
I love it. Did you go wrong?
Are they fucking, honestly, I knew everything, right? I would have gotten the same ones wrong that she got wrong. When they say like, what would a democratic government be most like? And they literally are like the 3 sentences, almost exactly the same, but with one switch of words that isn't totally off.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like saying
trick question.
Why would anybody ever need to know that specific? Like, why are you trying to trick them? Why don't you just say
if they're listening in class or not? Because I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, teachers, there's a mark. If they don't apply things that you learn in class, then there's no reason to go to class. If you can just read if you could have gone and written the test perfectly from reading a book, then there's no reason. So the teachers need to have that part in there. So were you listening in class? So you can't just fuck off.
It was like this.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
It was like this. Fuchsia is the color pink with a hint of purple. Fuchsia is bright pink. Or fuchsia is a shade of pink. They're all the same fucking thing.
You should ask, because I feel like when we were in high school, they would give you those questions in class.
Yeah, maybe.
No, ask for real. Ask, because it might just be something that you have to go in and say, hey, like when Max goes to that special tutor, she's like, when you see a paragraph or a test, this is what they're looking for. It's usually the same. Go and, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Well, I mean, I saw the whole review and it was like, this is everything that'll be on the quiz. It wasn't there. It was the trickery of words. And I'm like, I wouldn't have even got it right. I couldn't look at her and be like, how could you have forgotten this stuff?
Okay.
It was like, why are they being so tricky?
Did you find out the class average?
No, I'd have to email the teacher for that.
I know. Listen.
Do I want to get myself involved in that? But I'm just like, I read it and I was just like, I see where they're going, but it's literally a word of difference.
I get it.
And nobody needs to know the exact definition. You just kind of have to understand what it means, I think.
So what's the reason?
They do tricky words?
Yeah. Like, what is the...
I don't know. I mean, I guess when I have parent-teacher interviews, I can ask.
Yeah.
I feel like I study.
You should write some questions down and be like, okay, in the test, are you trying to fuck them up? Or like, is there like, does everyone, how many kids in the class get this one right? Or like get this type of question? Now, they might lie to you. So ask for proof. Say, I'd like to see everyone's test results, please.
I was just like, I thought this shit was going to be easy. I thought we knew the answers. And the thing is with her, I tried to like make it like normal life. Like, you know, when you're talking about like politics and all
yeah,
that.
because
like,
I do that every weekend.
Like I never do, but like I was trying to make it like a normal conversation. You know, we're talking about China and we're talking about like, you know, like all these things, how different countries are ruled. I was like, let's talk like normal. So you can actually understand it for the rest of your life. Instead of being so specific about the words that nobody uses anyways. Just an understanding of how our country is different from their country and why it's different.
I feel like you need to go have a little talk about your test. I'm joking. Make it to you. So I don't know why I failed my test.
Yeah, I would have no problem because they'd be like, wow, we've never seen you before.
They'd be like, ma'am,
are
who
you sure
the fuck are
you? Are
you
you sure you're a parent here? Anyways, I don't know. I mean, school is for the birds. I mean,
we say that until then they don't do well. And then we're like, actually, school is really important. It's so funny. We're totally, we are.
Listen, they have to do it. There's no choice. So
there is.
I mean, there's no choice for my kids. They have to go and finish high school.
No, I know. But
So.
I mean, one could be like, fuck you, I'm not going.
Yeah, they could. But I mean, as far as like, there is no choice. As long as they're listening to me.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
And if
school sucks, by the way, I agree.
Yeah. But if they decide at 17 they don't want to go anymore.
Yeah. Well, then, they just come up with another plan, I guess. But as far as we are right now, that's the plan.
Yeah. Do they have to do well, though? That's the question.
You can't force anybody to do well.
Right.
They do what they do.
Right.
What am I going to do?
Right.
I would love to force them to do well. That would be really great. I force you to get straight A's.
I think some parents do.
No, I don't know how to institute that.
No, I don't think you should.
No.
I think you'd be a very terrible parent.
I think I would hate my life.
Yeah, because then they either know from the beginning it's an expectation.
Mm-hmm. And it is.
What?
Sorry, just
For
to go to
you?
school. Just to go to school.
That's an expectation. Sorry, what?
No, straight A's are not an expectation.
Yeah. So it doesn't even. And what's crazy is in Ontario, we do 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, which feels kind of tricky because when you know where you stood like 80 and above, 70 and above, 90 and above, 4, 3, 2, 1 feels like there's only 4 grades you can get. In the percentages, you can get 55, 56, 58, 59, 60. Like you can get like 40 marks within there.
Okay, thank you. I totally agree. So, okay, that's an example. Somebody I know thought that they got 5% on their test, when in fact, that person got 22% on that test. And that person was like, a fail's a fail. I'm like, no, every single mark works to your average.
Exactly.
It's a big difference between 22 and 5. Yes, it's a fail on this. Anyways, but I want to say 2 things about marks is that in the United States, an A is 90 plus.
I know.
In Canada, it's an 80 plus. I don't think that we're marking harder. So how does it wash out in the laundry? How does that work? I don't know that. And then the other thing I was going to say.
I think it comes down to their GPA. We don't have that.
But isn't a GPA just a percentage of your marks?
But I think they go back to numbers. I have a 4.8 GPA.
Yeah.
We don't have that. So I feel like they need to have, I'm totally making this up right now.
Because there's no way they're that much smarter than the Canadians.
Not just different. Maybe their grading system's different.
That's what I have to say. But then Mark's like, how can the grading system be different? You have a test. It's worth 100%. You get 50.
I bet if you went to Sudbury, they'd have a different system too.
Mm-hmm. And then the other thing I was going to say about that was, juicy. So my friend, her kid goes to a private school. So she goes, I couldn't believe this. She's like, her daughter goes to this private school. So she calls just to see if she should apply for her other daughter. Because are there any spaces left? The person basically said, no, we're 3 over. There's going to be no chance for this kid next year. But I did see her report card. Would you like some feedback? And she gave her feedback on the report card.
Sorry, what? on her daughter's report card that she submitted to possibly get in.
Because she'd sent it from the year before. She also didn't get in that year. She's like, am I applying again? Like, is there a chance? And they were like, basically no. But when you're working this year to try for the next year, would you like some feedback on the report card?
What was it?
I was like, that is so juicy. The woman also offered it. She didn't ask.
What was it?
One was missing dates.
What do you mean?
I see she missed 22 days of school.
I know. And lates too matter too in some of these places.
Number two, obviously academics matter, but how we in public school have the 1, 2, 3, 4, or I guess we have it and then there's the ones that are like good, satisfactory.
Yeah.
Like all that.
They're even different in some schools, but yeah, like I had to be like, what the heck? Consistent, often.
Because in my kids' public school report card, there's 2 different categories, and one is SGE, like good. So they said next to the marks, what's more important is that, because it shows the kind of like character.
Mm-hmm. Did they have good ones?
She said, I see an S in this one, and in this category, it's not the worst, but if she had that in that category,
bad.
Yeah, we'd probably not consider. I was like, were you dying? And she's like, I don't know. I was just like, she's so casual. She's like, whatever. I'm like,
no pressure. And how do you make your kid be more characteristic, characterful?
Like, then are you supposed to sit with your kid and be like,
you need to
improve this to get into this school?
Does a kid want to go to that school?
Yes, maybe.
You know what's crazy is that you and I were such shitty students, and we're so concerned about our kids being good students that
we're not so concerned about our let's just in case that would be added. We're not so concerned about them being good students. We're concerned about them feeling confident
in school.
And
it makes me wonder, like, at what age do you have to start that? Because I think
that's a little bit too late for me. Is it just a lost cause? Do I just go to bed and just hope for the best?
I have so many
because fundamentals are important.
And no one tells you that. No one tells you, we didn't know that they weren't teaching the times tables. And that matters. We didn't know they weren't teaching people how to read with the fundamentals. That matters. No, we didn't know. You don't know the curriculum, and now half of them are fucked, and that's fine.
And I always thought, I'm not in school. I don't need to know.
Me too.
I stood by that. I graduated. I don't need to know anymore.
So the question is, I guess it's a teacher question. If we're not told what they need to know, how do we know what they don't know? Mm-hmm. And we're trusting the adult, the teacher, who possibly can't know everything because you don't know the history of the year before, the year before, the year before. Mm-hmm. So you don't even know what their gaps are. Mm-mm. And then they get somewhere and then it's like grade 10, like, oh, they're missing basically everything. You're like, what? Like, so how do I go back and do that?
It's like, should I go back to junior high and start again? I feel like for me, for sure, I never got the fundamentals, so I never ever learned them. But I asked about it being a lost cause. And I guess as a principal, a teacher, and a tutor, they'll always say, absolutely not.
Well, nothing's a lost cause because you can apply as a mature student. FYI, if you're fucking the dog at school right now, you can absolutely apply as a mature student down the road in university without even needing high school. Okay. So if you're like, I massively screwed up, it's not over for you. But I think it's a shame
that we get that far. We can get that far.
I think it's a shame that we can't help them. I think that there's an opportunity to really like school if you feel like you know what's going on.
Yes.
And like, I feel like it's a shame that learning can't be more like fun. Like my little one still loves to go to school and she's in grade 3 and she's like, I mean, listen, I know it's early days, but she might be someone who always loves school because it makes sense.
Yes. And I can honestly say I cannot believe what I'm seeing. You guys know that I had my youngest, he was at a French immersion school. He was struggling really, really hard. Didn't like school, said every day, I don't know what's going on. I knew that I should have taken him out earlier, but I didn't because I was just worried about his flexibility at the time, not gymnastics, just like social flexibility. And what I have seen since he's understanding, he loves school. He loves his teacher, comes home every day and tells me what he learned at school and projects he's working on, answers that he's done. Like that joy is there. Now, luckily, he's only in 4th grade. So his confidence hasn't been so ruined up to like grade whatever that it can't recover. And of course you can recover, but it's like, I can't believe the joy.
I know.
Last night, I bought a book when I went to the store, and I know he likes really scary things. So I found a scary book, and obviously it was a way lower reader, but I wanted to be scary enough that he would be intrigued.
Right.
He was like, I don't want to watch a Ted Lasso. I need to go and find out what's on the next page. I need to go read that.
So he's a reader.
Pardon? Well, we'll see, but pardon? I think you just can't believe he can read something.
That's really cute.
And then he's obviously learned from his tutor because when he wasn't getting a word, he was tired, so I didn't want to get him frustrated, so I gave him the word. So he's like, don't give it to me too soon, because if I have a little more time, I'll be able to figure out the word. So then on the next one he didn't get, I sat and waited, and he goes, well, don't wait that long.
Oh my God, Haley, like, I'm trying your timer.
I go, how about you not nudge me if you want me to tell you the word? It's like,
how long's the book?
Like they're short stories. So maybe there's 5 short stories and there's pictures.
What? Graphic novel?
No.
Like a real book?
Yeah, well, short stories within, and they're all scary stories.
You probably have to tell people what it is so they can all get it.
Oh my gosh.
And what's the reader level?
I think it's probably a grade, like, maybe it's like, is there like 6 to 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, like age 6 to 8.
I think.
Yeah. It's below his grade level I got because I wanted him to like them.
Good. And you don't know what it's called?
No, but they're scary stories, and I got 2 of them.
Like they kill people?
No, like there was their friends dared them to go into the abandoned home. So he convinced his sister to go up there into the rooms, and then there was an attic, and it looked like those lights were eyes, and then it was eyes, but don't worry, it was just doll eyes. And then they go, ha ha ha, there's no such thing as a ghost. And then the doll goes, just the 3 of us here.
Oh, the doll talks.
At the end of the day, it was.
You think it was 6 to 8? And the doll's talking?
I know. It was really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think there must be.
That's a mind fuck.
So they said on the back, if you're like me and you like really scary things, this is the book for you. Because like if your daughter were to, or if other kids.
I'm not going to bed.
And it was like under the bed, the doll with glowing eyes, and then it talked. It was really scary, but there must be a kind of kid that likes that. It's like people who like horror movies. I can't. But I'm sure TJ will love them. It's not weird. I want to be scared.
Yeah, that's a weird feeling to have.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
I don't either. It was really scary. And then he just went to bed.
It's like, night, I'm going to go dream about ghosts and killing people.
Yeah.
Good night.
Scary, dark homes. Must be a thing.
Can't wait to see what that kid is when he grows up. Mm-hmm. Can't wait to see what he... they need those people though. Mm-hmm. Like morgue people, like... They need.
Well, he also wanted to know, why do people dare people to do things? Because the things that they dare their friends to do are so dangerous they could actually die. Why
is like the kid who jumped off the back of the boat?
That's exactly the example he used. He goes, why is that a thing? Why do people dare people to do things?
And I think they were looking at charging them.
Yeah. And he needs to use the exact example you just said. Why? Why is daring a thing?
Toxic masculinity. Like you're a puss if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, it's like, oh my God, you can't. And then they're like, yes, I can. I'm going to jump off a boat into the ocean in the pitch black. In what world?
I know.
In what?
He's like, all the dares are always so stupid.
And dangerous.
Know.
They must have been drunk. Mm-hmm. You guys know what we're talking about? It was like this summer. It was so sad. It was like his 18th birthday. All of his friends, or a graduation trip, flew to Bahamas. It was their first night there. They go on like a pirate ship, like cruise boat, like party boat. And they're all on there, and they dare him to jump off the back of a moving ship in the middle of the ocean in like the pitch black. I don't know what plan B was. I don't know how they were getting him out. I don't know if they thought he'd swim to nowhere. He does it. And then they find out he jumped into shark-infested waters, literally.
Didn't they watch a shark eat their friend?
I mean, they have like they don't know, because I'm assuming the boat had a motor. So he would have jumped off the back of the boat.
I thought the boat at the time was stopped, and they were like, jump off. And then they did, and then the shark ate him, and they caught it on camera.
Well, they like hyper imaged images. Mm-hmm. They think they can see a shark get it, like a thing. And I'm just like this. I'm like, they never found him. They never found anything. I'm assuming you'd see blood everywhere right? Like if a shark got him. Anyways, it was all over TikTok for a while, and then it was just gone. And I know he was just a young 18-year-old, like, I was just like this. I was like, bad idea.
And I saw a guy being interviewed on a show, and he was on a cruise boat, and his friend, they dared him to jump off the top, and he did. He lived, but he he's like, it was a really, really stupid idea. I don't know if he he cost the boat to have to stop the boat and emergency get him. And he goes, I was hungover from the night before.
He was sober?
Said it. He was probably still drunk from the night before. And he goes, and I just did it.
Like, not thinking, like, fuck it, I'll just jump off the top of a cruise ship.
I think he was also like a young adult.
No,
and he also looked normal.
No.
Whatever looking normal means.
I am like, no, I guess I have to sit down. You know, there's things in parenting where you're like, okay, like, I got to remember to talk about that. Reminder to talk about that one.
Yeah.
Reminder to talk about
Don't
that one.
accept a dare. If they say truth or dare, say, I'm not playing.
Yeah, bad idea.
I'm not playing that game.
Also.
Because they'll always make you say a truth that you don't want to tell.
Also, I've come to realize, so there's a situation where I've heard where people can sign into your account, let's say at school, and then send like a really bad email, okay? Or like take your phone, send a text message. It's really your word against their word if it happened. And if you
didn't send it, someone must have just gone into my account and sent that.
And they all share each other's passcodes. And stupid snap streaks and like, so they all need, should be over for this reason alone. So they share their information even though they know they shouldn't. Okay. Like, we're talking from like grade 5, 6. If you guys don't know what we're talking about right now, and actually we should totally do something in the Common Parent on this. Snap streaks are where you send a streak with someone and you'll see they have like 400 like years together. Okay. If that person is away,
like going to sleepover camp or
a trip to somewhere,
and they don't have their phone on them,
it's so important to them that they do it. They give other people their sign-in information to go in and
continue up the streaks.
I know that it doesn't feel like a big deal because I feel like I have your passcodes, you have my passcodes, but we're adults. And I'm like,
I don't have your personal email.
I mean, it's the same as everything else, I'm pretty sure.
Me too.
Like, it's not like, I mean, I'm pretty sure both of us could figure out the other one, you know? Like, I would, I wouldn't go in and sign in and send a mass email to people and be like, and we've heard of multiple people who are sending shit from other people's accounts. Multiple people. Why is that not talked about?
I don't know.
Like,
it's a big one.
It's bigger than big because it's your phone, your responsibility, but someone has your shit.
You have the keys to someone's reputation that could haunt them for the rest of their lives. Another one that we need the Common Parent for is apparently there is this thing that you put on the roof of your mouth. And if you drink alcohol, you get drunk faster. Or if you smoke a vape or whatever, you get higher faster. I don't know what it is.
If you guys don't know, I don't know if this is a Toronto thing. I don't know if this is like an Ontario thing. All the kids do are shots. They don't do drinks anymore. Okay. So they just do shots.
Straight alcohol.
Straight alcohol. This is a trend that has just come out of nowhere because this was never our trend.
No, we were like coolers and beer to start.
High percentage beer, but always just beer. And I'm like, do you know how long a shot takes to like, so are you doing a shot, and then you're like barf, like, are you 0 to barfing within an hour?
Yeah. Well, I think 2 things. And now they're having this thing that accelerates your drunk. Why do you need to accelerate your drunk when you're taking a shot? The only thing is I think sometimes they're actually like only taking 2 shots the whole night.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
They're not sitting around sipping. I mean, it's more your style.
Totally. But then you're done. Like you're crashing. No, you can't. On a shot, you cannot get medium drunk. You're getting wasted because you have to keep drinking. Like
apparently they like a lot of people who do shots, and even I do know some adults that prefer just to do shots. They don't drink in between. Like they have nothing in their hands in between. They're not sipping anything. They're just doing a shot.
Do I need to try this? Do the kids have it right?
So
kids doing it well?
So I knew this girl when I was working at a restaurant, and she was very fit, and she cared about her. Like she worked out all the time and everything. And she was like, the cleanest way, and the way to like get drunk but not get like too drunk and not drink calories is she goes, I just take shots.
Okay, sorry. If you do a vodka soda, is there not the same amount of calories than if you do just a vodka shot?
Well, maybe.
And I'm just wondering if I'm wrong.
Yes, I think so. But I guess it hits her faster. And so then she doesn't have to spend as much. Maybe they don't have to spend as much on drinks because it just goes right to you. It hits you faster.
So you can just so you do 3 shots, you get wasted. And
not in a row.
Oh, so you don't think they're just doing shots like.
I don't think so.
So these kids are just doing 1 shot and then roaming the party and then doing another shot and then roaming the party.
I think so. And then they're done. Sorry. That's I would say, because not everyone is waking up in a pile of barf.
Okay.
This one mom told me, she's like, I put the equivalent of 2 shots of vodka in a water bottle, and that's all that she will have.
The mom or the kid?
The mom puts it in the water bottle. She actually said she diluted it with water too and said, like, you can mix this, you can drink this. But
for
this
the kid?
Oh.
So this is what you get for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Do it well.
Mm-hmm. Make it last.
And she doesn't think she's going to get.
Don't mix it.
It's not going to come back. And
I haven't heard anything bad happening.
No, like the kid's not going to get more drinks. So they just show up with a bottle of vodka or tequila and just shoot it back all night.
But I guess in that case, it was diluted with water. So if they took a shot, every time they took a shot, it was actually diluted with water. But yeah, I think they do also just do shots. I also think they like steal from their parents and they can only get a certain amount of vodka out of each liquor cabinet. So they can only take from a little bit from everybody.
Those kids are really changing the game, eh? We didn't do that. We weren't smart enough for that, I guess. I don't know. I feel like our parents just drank like we did too.
I didn't have any alcohol in my house. I couldn't steal it from anywhere.
I just had alcohol everywhere. And I feel like we all had fake IDs to go get it.
Oh my God, yes.
And there was
shoulder tapping. There was and dial-a-bottle.
Dial-a-bottle. You could get free alcohol, not free, delivered to your door.
Well, I wonder how that goes now with like the delivery services that I use. Someone has to be there with a license to receive the liquor.
And they have to take a picture and upload it to verify it.
That's true.
Authenticate it.
That's true.
You have to authenticate it now. So they must have workarounds.
Because somebody who's not the person who placed the order can also be the one who shows the license.
But then they're responsible for it. But I guess you could steal your older brother's license.
Yes.
Or in your case, you don't have an older sister. You could steal and then be like, that's me.
Yes. Or you could just get your sibling to come to the door.
Do they care?
And if the person has gone and shopped it all, use their gas to come get it, are they really going to say, I'm not going to give it to you? Or are they just going to take a picture of whatever license the person gives them and drop the alcohol off?
We should try. We should give Taylor and Olivia our license.
And then we'll get the liquor delivered.
We should do like a stealthy, we should try an expose, like Dateline.
Okay. And then we'll see if they show a license at all, if that's good enough.
Should we do that, y'all?
But it should be someone younger than us, because are they really going to think they're over 40? I guess in this case, it's not supposed to matter.
It doesn't matter.
Because if they had anybody older sister and they kind of just used your license.
So like 25.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure we can find one somewhere. Mm-hmm. And should they look alike? I don't know. I don't know how these things work.
I don't think it would matter.
Do these kids go to bars these days?
Oh God, I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I don't see anyone going to a bar. I went to my first bar.
Where was the bar? Young and Bloor?
No, I was 14 and we went with
Kensington.
No, we went with one of my best friends, who's still my best friend's cousin. And she was older than us. She dressed us up. Yeah, we were grade 8. We were 14. We got other people's ID. They asked us, because it was a US license, like, where are you from? Pretty sure I said the wrong place. They're like, where? I'm like, there. And they're like, okay. I think I said around the hill.
Okay.
Like my llama fucking cheese. Around the hill. What? Around the hill, California.
How'd it go?
We got in and got wasted. But I was my daughter's age at a club. At a full club. 14 at a club. Me. I must have looked like I was 9.
Yeah.
Like I was thank God Rufy wasn't around then. That guy Rufy. Thank fucking God.
Rufy was around.
I mean, not like every second like it is now. I feel like Rufy like lives in the bar, like everyone I feel like. But her and I went and got shit. I don't even know where we slept. I don't know how we got home. I don't know. Bad.
And we always knew the neighborhoods. Like for us, it was Kensington Market.
I feel like we went out to like where she lived out in like Whippy. Like I feel like it was not in. Maybe it was trying.
And then I remember being in the Bahamas.
Oh, that was legal though. If you're 14, you can drink in Bahamas.
I know, but like, oh my gosh, I was like so drunk and I was in grade 8.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no,
we used to go to
Kensington
Market used to have all of these bars where they didn't care. Then there was one at Young and Bloor.
I need to ask
that
her.
They didn't care as long as you were buying beers. And I'm sure we barely spent anything and didn't leave any tip. But I think
my God, you didn't?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember having. Like,
I remember they put makeup on us. I remember, like, I can't imagine being 19 being, let's bring the 14-year-olds to the bar. I can't imagine it. Unless we are really cool.
I took my brother's girlfriend, who was probably in grade 9, to a club in Barrie, and I snuck her in the back door.
How old were you?
14, 15, 16, 18, maybe 20, 21.
Wow. Was she, I mean, you must have got along with her real well.
Oh yeah. I loved her.
Because I feel like we were so young. 14. Grade 7 or 8. Oh my God. Anyways, my kids know. I mean, what would I do if Olivia went to a bar right now? I fucking love it. No.
I just can't imagine where you would go. Like, I feel like IDs are so sophisticated now. Like, they used to take our IDs. I mean, I was a Greek girl who had blue eyes and black hair.
Right.
And she was so much older than me.
Not, yeah, because of liquor license now. Like, they're not fucking around. Like, they're not losing their license over you, sweet pea.
Yeah, but back then they didn't care. They just want to see something so that if they got busted, they'd be like, everyone here has ID.
Yeah. I feel like now you can't because they scan it. Are the kids going to bars? Y'all have to let us know. Like, are they sneaking into bars or are they just going to these off? So there's also these things called the off-sanctioned parties. So
sanctioned parties, yeah.
I asked someone who went, I'm like, is it like nice? Is it decorated? No. It's basically a warehouse with a stage. And it's just like, the tickets are like $50 and then there's an aftermarket resale that can go up to like 150. Can go like super high for the aftermarket things. And I'm like, so these people, I can't imagine their liability, but I guess they have security and they have, you're not allowed liquor. So they all go and get wasted and high before. Then they show up and all they do is make out and barf. Like, so you just go and and then they do it by grades. So
and your drunk lasts so much long. I mean, you know how you're drunk? I think your drunk lasts a long time.
Yeah.
Like if I were to stop drinking in like 20 minutes, I'd be sober. I wouldn't go like driving or anything, but like they can get drunk at the pre-party and it will last the whole time they're there.
And then the warehouses are like in the middle of nowhere. Like you're driving like 30 minutes to get to these random warehouses with, there's a lot of kids in there. And they're just making out and barfing. And I'm like, oh my God, I kind of want to go to one because I never got to do that. Like it's like illegal. So we used to have semi-formals where you'd go and have dances, but like.
How do we get in?
We can't go. They know exactly who we were. They'd be like, there's fucking Taylor and Olivia's mom.
But what if it's a Halloween party when we wear a mask?
I don't.
Oh my God, that'd be such a good idea.
You and I would be like in the costume and they'd all be in slutty costume, like all in like the
and
ritzy
we'd be in like a pickle?
No, we'd have to like actually cover our faces.
Yes.
Yeah. And we'd have to be like, we'd have to cover like.
Catherine, can we do that? We won't tell our kids.
And go do another undercover NBC documentary.
Nobody will be able to tell.
I know. I think that we're just going to watch. We're going to.
Why can't we?
Sure. I think our kids would kill
They're not going to know.
So we're going to be the only two in masks.
Yeah.
Like full body masks.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be really fun.
I know. What if they're there? What if we spy on them?
No. I can't go if our daughters are there. I'll barf of embarrassment. I can't. I don't want to see them socialize. I don't want to see them dance. I don't want to see any of it. Can we bring in alcohol?
No.
Well, I'm going to need it.
You can't.
I'm going to try and sneak it in.
Then you're going to get
my bunghole.
I think they have people who like actually
cavity search.
Yes. Like I think there's like metal detectors and like.
And they can do like edibles and stuff like that.
Well, I think they search your bags, they search everything.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry, I'm saying the kids that are in there, they can be on edibles.
Yeah, 100%. But no, it sounds terrible. Like, and then it ends at 12:30, like over, everything's out. You have to come get picked up. A lot of them don't make it till 12:30. Drama happens, someone leaves.
And then there's a lot of after parties too.
Oh, I didn't hear about those.
Yeah. And sometimes they're
where?
At parents' houses, I'm telling you.
Who's having after parties for grade 9s? That's my worst nightmare. You want 50 grade 9s want to show up and barf in my house? Fuck no. Fuck no.
I had a New Year's like pre-party before a party one year, and we were, I think, in grade 11.
Yeah.
And somebody barfed on my rug in my house, and I was so scared, right? Because my mom wasn't there. So not only I had to clean it up, but then I had to go, I have a carpet cleaner come. And the guy, he showed up and he was like, I'll pay for everything.
Oh, that's really nice.
Mm-hmm. But I was like, why are you so drunk? Get a life.
I heard of someone else who had a party with like and she said people were breaking things and barfing, and it was a really like a elite school where the kids were coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And she said I will never. She thought it would just be like a nice thing to have like before like a semi-formal.
No.
She was like, she could not believe the level of like, don't give a fuck about your house. Like white rugs, like just like what things spilt. No one like barf in the bathroom with just like no one. And she was like, she was so pissed.
Yeah.
Especially that the son went to school. The kid went to school without those people. And she was like,
it's really disappointing.
Yep. Really disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Really disappointing that she was like, I actually didn't want to see that. I didn't want to know that. I didn't want to see that.
Yeah.
I thought
maybe
differently.
we shouldn't go to the unsanctioned party.
That's true too.
We might be disappointed with how idiotic they are.
It's really true.
Ugh.
I said, I think we have to go in a minute, but I said recently to someone, oh fuck, we're way over. I said to someone, I don't think we should know everything.
No.
And I think it really is too bad that we do know too much. Mm-hmm. Like we know so much now, and they're supposed to be kids, and it's hard to not judge them when you see their behavior, but you don't want to know what your kids' friends are like out at a party. Like we just don't need to know that. Because if they show up at your house and they're polite and great and your friend, that's good. You don't want to know if they're making out with their like tonsil hawking and then barfing and then giving a blowjob in the bathroom. You don't need to know that. Because it doesn't make them bad people. If you walk in and they're blow jobbing away, you don't need to be like, you know what I mean? Like, because it happens.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So you're probably like, what the? You are giving a blow job in broad daylight? Young lady, put your mouth away. And you, sir, put your dick back in your pants. Because you know you'd never unsee it.
My God.
Bye, y'all.
I don't want to catch anybody. Bye.